a moment of peace. After a grueling weekend of trauma call, I craved a respite from the relentless pace of the emergency room. The promise of a 24-hour shift without a flight was a welcome change, a chance to catch up on sleep, read, and indulge in the simple pleasures of a movie. Tuesdays were typically our tranquil days, a time to recharge and reflect. The hangar, our second home, offered a sense of solace and provided camaraderie. Our planned barbecue with the aroma of sizzling steaks promised a taste of normalcy. Our pilot on that shift was a grill master with an infectious sense of humor. I contributed my favorite dish, a simple yet satisfying combination of cheese and chips, the meagerness of my resident physician's budget evident. As the flames licked the steaks, a familiar tone snapped me back to reality, a flight request with its new challenges beckoning. I rushed to the call center, the mission details swirling in my mind. I scribbled notes on a scrap of paper, a narrative of the chaos to come. The ascent. The pilot and paramedic had already departed the hangar, the helicopter a speck at the far end of the tarmac. The flight center leader offered a sympathetic glance, her usual cheerfulness gone. I nodded a silent yet knowing farewell. As I boarded the Sikorsky, my heart pounded in my chest. Was it the familiar thump of the rotors or something more profound? A premonition of the horrors to come. With a flourish, the pilot initiated a signature elevator takeoff, a jolt of adrenaline that temporarily distracted us from the grim reality. Pilots were supposed to remain oblivious to the mission, their decisions based solely on weather and mechanical factors. Yet the knowledge of a child suffering or a family in need could subtly influence their judgment. As we circled the scene, a grim tableau of destruction was displayed below. First responders scurried about, their movements frantic and purposeful. A single car, a twisted wreck, dominated the landscape. The volunteer firefighters, working in tandem with law enforcement, were racing against time. We were guided down to a remote country road, the situation's urgency palpable. The tale unfolded quickly. A mother and her 2 young children had been out on their morning paper route. A simple task that turned into a nightmare. The eldest, unbelted in the front seat, was beyond help. His younger brother, miraculously still alive, was trapped in the back. A farmer across the road, a witness to the horror, had alerted the authorities. The twisted remains of the car, a testament to the violence of the impact, spoke of a high rate of speed and a tragic error in judgment. As we approached the car, the jaws of life roared purposefully on their mission, but the first responders' faces told of a grim conclusion. We rushed to the car, peering through the gap. The stench of alcohol, blood, and vomit hung heavy in the air, a haunting reminder of the senseless tragedy that had unfolded. The front seat occupants were beyond salvation, their bodies crushed and mangled. The 11-year-old, wedged beneath the glove box, was a chilling spectacle reminding all of the fragility of life. The mother, partially ejected, lay lifeless against the shattered windshield, her head at an unnatural angle. But there was hope, a flicker of life amidst the despair. The 6-year-old boy, miraculously still breathing, was our only mission. His injuries were severe, his legs broken, his face bloodied. Yet his eyes, a startling shade of blue, held a glimmer of defiance. With care, we extracted him from the wreckage, securing his neck and spine and placing our precious cargo on a backboard. The paramedics' efficiency is a testament to their training, and they quickly established 2 IVs. My flight nurse, a woman of quiet competence, prepared for the next phase of our mission, a team effort. The synergy between everyone was a testament to training. We read each other's minds, a silent language of gestures and expressions. She drew up the intubation drugs, her movements precise and efficient. I slid the endotracheal tube into place, our actions a synchronized dance of life and death. We rushed back to the helicopter with the clock running. Seemingly minutes later, the helicopter descended, punctuated only by the rhythmic squeeze of the ambu bag. The emergency department trauma bay was a full house ready to resuscitate our patient. The nurses' faces were etched with a familiar sadness. They had seen too much and witnessed the limits of medical intervention countless times. We handed over our tiny warrior fighting for survival. The trauma team, a symphony of skill and expertise, rallied to save the child. Yet even with the best of care, the outcome was inevitable. The injuries, too severe, had crossed the threshold of no return. The child, a beacon of hope amidst the darkness, joined his family on the other side. "Rest in peace, little blue eyes,"